It's a brand new week of a brand new month. We're in the month of June, the sixth month of June, the sixth month of 2026, and this is the daily surveillance. We took a break because there's some things that I was planning, and I think right now is the perfect time to actually make sure that it's actually executed. So welcome back again to the daily surveillance. Sorry guys for taking so long, taking the break for so long, and yeah. So today we're going to just look at the markets. We're just going to look at the markets of Kenya. We're going to look at the markets of Tanzania. We're going to look at the markets of Uganda. We're going to look at the international markets as well as the African markets, and going to see how it goes. So far, as you can see over here, the market status. If you can see the market status over here, the market is still closed. At the end of the day, if you want to do day trading in Kenya, in Kenya, the market's open at 9 a.m. and they close at around what's it called 3 p.m. So, what's happening in the business daily today? So, the first source of information we're going to actually look in the business world is in our country, Kenya. What's going on in our country, India? So, we're going to turn what's happened over the last 10 hours. This thing has been uploaded over 10 to 13 hours ago. That is very, we have to see, the markets haven't opened yet, so I guess this news is also going to affect the market once the markets open. And mattress firm leak secret union in price fixing probe. Mattress firm leaks, I don't know what that's about, but okay. Firm risks KRA bank asset seizure over unremitted pension. Interesting. There's something about taxes that most people usually don't understand. I don't understand also, because at the end of the day, like you, I'm learning. So the firm risks KRA bank asset seizure of unremitted pension. Kenyan military spending up 17%, hits a record high. So we're spending more money on the military, yeah. Okay, so basi. So let's see how does it. So Meta shift could reshape WhatsApp, Instagram in Kenya. Rolled out a paid subscription tiers across Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp, including Plus model that bundles enhanced visibility, analytic features, and expanded users. Okay, so basi. So if you're an active social media, if you use social media for business, at the end of the day, you need to know these rules. Alliance Sanlam chair cements his position as one of the most influential boardroom figures. Trade deficit widens by double digits in first quarter. Treasury 10 billion funding cut blights Kenya's oil dream. There's a funding cut. A life written in ink and endurance. Books. A life written in ink and insurance. Okay. Top banks hold 5.7 trillion asset loan collateral. 5.7 trillion. Sasini terminates sales of 7.9 billion coffee estate. Okay, I guess that one is also going to affect the stock, because Sasini is also in the stock market. Equipment failure cuts admissions at Mazari Hospital by 82,000. What? 4 banks in race to meet CBK capital rules. So which are those 4 banks? Because maybe majority of the banks in Kenya are in the NSC, are in the National Stock Exchange. So CNG can General Mills new staff pay plans after scraping shares scheme. I don't know how that is going to affect the shares, but we're going to see. We're going to see through the stock market at the end of the day. CA to use part of teleco fees to save posters and viable branches. Our post network, post office network is really down. I don't know why. I'm Tumi Mabarua. Something like that. So Escan Group boss rallies shareholders to expel CEO boss. Wait. That's a messy affair. Escan Group is also one of the companies that's also in the. And what we're going to do today, since it's on a Monday, we're just gonna go through this briefly, and then we're going to come back and see how it's going to affect through another videos. You see, now in the morning it's going to be daily surveillance, and then now I'm going to show you something else, and then from there now we're going to see how we. So Kenya sharply raises health emergency budget in wake of deadly outbreaks. Deadly, eh? How fuel protests triggered freeze in electricity tariffs. Hike MPs order audit of state internship scheme. Why you should plug into Finance Bill 2026 debates. By the way, the finance bill. Everybody have thoughts on the finance bill. Me, I would love to actually hear your thoughts on the finance bill and anything that anybody misses, anything that anybody has missed in this finance bill, especially. What are some of the things we're missing? Tough times farms make first job cuts in 15 months. Competition watchdog steps up crackdown on tender cartel. Why is this same picture being used twice? Interesting. So let's go down. In the markets and finance, investor boost as Two Rivers to buy exits from real estate fund. Foreigners offload 10 billion stocks in big. Foreigners are offloading their stocks. So remember, this is before now the market opens. Since right now it's actually at 8 a.m. I'm actually doing this at 8 a.m. So the market is still closed. Ruto ends Uhuru era 362 roads project in shift to bond financing. Why? State cuts roads bond target 120 billion. Silver platinum to form part of CBK vault reserves under new proposal. Well, there's a lot of news here going on. Since June 1st and June 2nd, Kenyan exports to US hit record high after Trump AGOA renewal. I guess that's a good thing. CBK, actually that's a good thing because all I know in a basic economic system, if exports are more than imports, especially if it's exports of manufactured and processed goods, that's a good thing. CBK gold reserve value jumps fastest in over a decade to hit 309 million. Express Kenya plans cash call with sale of 50 million shares. Yeah, I think people are offloading shares. I don't really know why, but shares are being offloaded. Shares are being offloaded, and yeah. So let's just look at some of the things. This is the monitor. This is from Uganda. So markets in finance. How robbing Peter to pay Paul derails budget plans. I guess this is a budget for Uganda. Uganda puts best foot forward in BPO market. Budget deficits widen. Uganda plastic tax, the right problem with the wrong medicine. I think this is just news from June. Since we're in a new month, this is the news. This is the only new news that they have. Why freeze Lubenga appoints signals bold new era for MTN mobile money. Landmark ruling Sabasi. I think that's 5 mattress manufacturers suspected of being involved in cartel activities that inflated product prices unknowingly exposed their collusion after jointly seeking a preemptive court injunction. Well, at the end of the day, I wish African countries can work together like this, to be honest. Even though there's overwhelming external influence that makes sure that we actually don't actually do this, but African countries should actually work together like this. Why Joshua Oigara took over chief executive of KCB Group in 2012. He spent considerable time to emerge from the shadow of Mr. Martin Oduor Otieno. Martin Oduor Otieno, who's returned appointed chairman of Allianz Sanlam Insurance Kenya. Okay. The Sanlam is in the, I don't know if the Allianz and Sanlam are in the stock market, but okay. Trade deficit widens by double digits in the first quarter. Kenyan goods trade deficit widens as on increased imports of industrial material, food, fuel that outpaced record. Like I said before, exports and imports. If your country is actually doing well, the export of industrial material, food, and fuel should be on the list instead of importing. You get so now you see that there's a trade deficit since the imports are overshadowing the exports. You know. The National Treasury has cut 9.84 billion in funding for the development of South Lokicher Basin, hurting the country's. Why is it cutting? This man. At the end of the day, by now we should already be making oil. That's my opinion. Your opinion. We should already be making oil at the end of the day. Four lenders had not met the December. So who are those four lenders? This is just nothing as they're telling us. WPP Scan Group founder and former CEO Bharat Thakrar. Uh, I don't even know what Scan Group does, but it's a share. It's in the NSC. Mhm. Kenya sharply raises health emergency budget in wake of deadly. Yeah, I smell a rat here, man. Yeah, I smell a big rat. But anyway, why you should plug into the finance bill 2026? Like I said before, like us going through this finance bill, it's really important. I don't know why we're not more interested in our finances. But this finance bill, we need to reread it. As Parliament prepares to debate the finance bill in economics, policymakers, tax experts, and academics are confronting a central question: how to position Kenya for a rapidly changing global economy without deepening the pressure on households. Yeah, well, the pressure is already on. So foreigners have offloaded 10 billion in big fives. So foreigners are exiting the market. This is from Tanzania. Um, Tanzania becoming a cash light economy as digital market payments double. Hmm. Tanzania, Tanzania Commercial Bank and CPF partnership opens new era for diaspora home ownership. So let's see what's happening in East Africa, in the around Africa actually. Yeah, yeah. From AU to UN, East Africa holds the line as peace mission shrinks. Let's just go to business. At the end of the day, we're not looking at anything else right now. Moody reviews DRC debt outlook to positive. African Development Bank strategic shift to drive Africa's trade integration. Mhm. Why is the World Bank? Me, I don't get it. Why is the World Bank interested in gay laws? Like, what's there to benefit from them? Why is a bank interested in gay laws? Honestly, this makes no sense. What is this? Why is the World Bank interested in gay laws? The World Bank has unveiled a 10-year partnership framework for Uganda in the lender's renewed engagement with the country, nearly 3 years after it had suspended new finances. So you see, like this guy's the only thing you have to do is just wait and hold your ground. Like, look, 3 years after it had suspended over anti-homosexuality act. Why is the World Bank concerned with the homosexuality act? I don't get it. That's not really fishy to me. Anyway, so we are looking at the financial time now. Let's just go to international markets. At the end of the day, Israel and Iran trade airstrikes as ceasefire falters. Retaliatory barrage test 2 months truce and Donald Trump efforts to forge wider deal. Mm-hmm, 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 mm-hmm. There's the next picture. China, Xi lands in North Korea for Kim meeting. Xi Jinping is in North Korea. Gets to face Congress as Epstein ties haunt $89 billion foundation. Well, me, I wouldn't want to be Bill Gates right now, honestly. After working all that while, Maze, you come and be told, like, everybody now knows, like, you may be a pedophile or a pedorist, maybe. That's wild, man. After well, $89 billion later, people around the world, the only thing they know you for, Maze, is forcing vaccines and having relations with underage girls, allegedly. It's a mess. But anyway, it is what it is. Tech sell-off widens as South Korea indexes plunge. Okay, so the big news here is that AI espionage, AI is just AI. So I guess for now, since the week has started, it's looking like AI is dominating the world news. Yeah. Let's see what's happening in the Wall Street Journal. The Wall Street Journal. Let's see what's the homepage. Israel and Iran. There's an exchange. The ceasefire stopped with fear of escalation. How SpaceX became embedded in America's war machine. Yeah, of course, it's going to be embedded in America's war machine. They're building rockets. The world's most surprising economic success story is North Korea. No crap. The New York primary, the hidden figure with close ties to Bill Gates and Jeffrey Epstein. Melanie Walker was a confidant to Bill Gates and Jeffrey Epstein. Her lawyer said she was in a coercive relationship. Yes, you see, man, you're a billionaire, the whole world just knows you as like a pedophile, allegedly. Yeah, that's messed, man. I mean, I wouldn't want that. So be careful what you do and when you do it. At the end of the day, you will be. At the end of the day, some of those things usually come out to light. It's just messed. So let's look at market and finance. Let's just see what's going on around market and finance for today. We're going to go to an in-depth dive. From tomorrow, we're going to just do an in-depth dive. It's going to be like 1 hour. We're going to do an in-depth dive on everything that's business related from now on to the next 6 months. Nvidia takes the top spot in 2026 list of best companies for the future. Stock funds are up 11.5% this year thanks to tech rally. How to get crypto exposure without owning crypto directly. How are you gonna do that? But anyway, let's see. Uh-huh. Yeah, like everything else here, you just have to subscribe. So far, what we've seen so far is that in the world, in the international markets, the war in Iran and Iraq is still affecting the world right now, especially since the ceasefire is done. AI is still dominating the news, especially when it comes to technology and markets. Otherwise, the energy sector is in disarray because of the Iran and Israeli war. Anything else that is more nitty gritty, you just have to go read for yourself. And please, at the end of the day, I'm trying to tell you guys that this is not just me. Anything else anybody might notice that is worth checking out, just comment. Tell me. I'm willing to actually listen. I'm willing to listen, and I'm willing